Test. Welcome back, everyone, to our Las Vegas Raiders franchise. Today we're going to be going through weeks 14, 15, and 16. And depending on how those weeks go, we might finish off the regular season here today. As we come into this game, 6-6, going against the 7-5 Houston Texans at home. And depending on how these three games go, we could be in the playoff picture, or we could be out of the playoff picture. But this team has potential to make a playoff push, and we're going to see if they can continue that that momentum they've been kind of gaining as of late, and we'll see if they can, in turn, get this team, get themselves into playoff position. Jeremy Chin with a nice little stop there on the kickoff. C.J. Stroud in this offense coming out now. Stroud having a pretty good year in Texas. See if this defense, who has played very well as of late, can continue that and continue to get pressure on this quarterback for Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, and Enikbari. Quick 9-yard play, though, there to start this one out. 2nd and 1 now. Handoff. And that is Enikbari in there for a TFL. Loss of 1 there. 3rd and 2 coming up on this first drive for the Texans. Stroud back to pass. Pressure starting to get there. He steps up in the pocket. Nobody's there to get home, and he scrambles for the first down. Texans with an injury, though. Looks like their tight end. We're in a tight battle for the 7th or 6th seed currently in the AFC, as we get another tackle for a short gain there. Gain of 2 for Joe Mixon. But yeah, we are in a very tight battle for the last 2 seeds in the AFC right now. And we need to just continue to keep winning if we want to scrape into that playoff and give ourselves a chance. 3rd and 4 coming up here. C.J. Stroud in this offense. See if we can't get a stop here from our defense. Stroud looking to pass. Wide open up the sideline is Joe Mixon. Nobody on the running back there. Just a mistake in coverage. Nobody takes over the running back. 1st and 10 for the Texans now from the 40. Stroud looking to throw. Pressure starting to get there. Steps up. Throws it over the middle. Complete for a first down to Tank Dell. Stroud going under center here now. Stepping back to pass. Throws again to Tank Dell, who's wide open and breaks away from Landon Roberts, who was in coverage. Pardon me. So Stroud in this offense, moving the ball quick and early. Looking to throw again over to Dell, who catches it through contact. And Nico Collins goes down for the Texans. That's a big loss for them. That's their wide receiver 1. 2nd and 3 here from the 6. I form, Stroud, handoff. A great block by the fullback. Almost a touchdown. Down at the 1-yard line. A big hit there to stop the TD. And handoff again. And Joe Mixon gets stuffed at the goal line. Bunch of Raiders in there. Tonka Hemingway leading the pack, though. So the Texans from the 1-yard line again. 2nd and goal. Stroud, fullback dive, nobody home, touchdown, Texans. So Texans go up 7-0 here in this one. As our offense comes out now, looking to keep our playoff hopes alive. And, at least improve off of last season if we don't make the playoffs. So we get our return here. Okay, return up to the 25. Gregory Peterson, our young quarterback, coming out now. Not having a bad year. Like to see a little bit more from him, but he's made some great plays for us, and he's actually started to play very well as of late. So we'll see if he can continue that stretch today. His handoff to Genti, who breaks it out. Gains about 8 on the first carry for Genti, who's been on a tear recently as well. Genti been getting involved in the ground game and the pass game, which is something I like to see. He's got about 1,100 total scrimmage yards this season, which is a step up from last year, I believe, already. Handoff Genti to the outside. Defender can't get there. He tries to make a man miss, but I believe Derek Stingley brings him down after a first down run. Nice run there from Genti. Damian Martinez steps in now. 1st and 10 here. Go handoff again. Why not? Damian Martinez up the middle for a big gain now. The run game torching the Texans right now as Damian Martinez runs that all the way up to the 48. About a 15-yard run there. Genti back in the game. Peterson not even having to do anything so far. Play action. Set up perfectly. Trey Tucker just drops it. A wide open catch that he just completely whiffs on. Maybe heard footsteps or something. Handoff Genti though, up the middle, dashing, taking off, breaking away. Genti, one man to beat, and he does. Touchdown, Raiders. Genti with a huge run to get this one underway for our offense, and if he can continue to do that, we're in business in this one, ladies and gentlemen. PAT now to tie the game up, and it is good. Genti with a big-time run there, breaking away, putting the Raiders on the board here, tying that game up for us, and we're going to see if our defense can grab that momentum that it feels like we just took and continue to have that on their side of the ball. So we get a return from them up to the 26. Joe Mixon, number 3 in rushing touchdowns this season. Looking to contain him here today as much as possible. 1st and 10 now. Stroud, handoff. Mixon out to the outside, saying he can do it too. Injury timeout to an offensive lineman here for them. That could be a big loss. 1st and 10 now after a big run by Joe Mixon. Stroud motioning Mixon out. Nico Collins is back in. Stroud looking to throw over the middle to Tank Dell for 7 yards. Our coverage over the middle has been a little bit suspect the last few weeks, which has been kind of concerning, but we've kind of made it through. Pressure coming, though. Max Crosby starting to get there. Wide open is the tight end out there. Landon Roberts and Enikbari bring him down. Pressure couldn't get there just in time. Wide open man in the flat. 1st and 10 now. Handoff. Mixon up the middle. Great blocks downfield. He breaks a tackle or two. Big play there by Joe Mixon. 2 big runs by him on this drive. We may see a battle of the running backs here today if they continue to run like this. Stroud looking to throw now. Pressure getting there. Tonka Hemingway with a sack. Big play there by our D tackle and Tonka Hemingway getting a sack, bringing up 2nd and 16 now. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Broken up by Darian Porter and Jeremy Chin. Great play there by those guys. 3rd and 16 now. Texans in field goal range. Stroud looking to throw. Stepping up. Throwing over the middle to Tank Dell for the completion, but it will not be a first down. Tank Dell already with 54 yards in this one. Texans come out for the field goal. It is up, and it is good to take the lead by 3. We're going to get to see if our offense now can come out and put some more points on the board behind Ashton Genti, who has played very well to start this game out. Lob returns it up to the 29. Peterson in this offense coming back out now after a great first drive. Peterson under center. Play action to Genti. Steps up. Throws. incomplete, intended for Wicks, I believe, who was well covered. Pressure was getting there, though. Motioning Bowers now. Peterson throwing here over the middle. Complete to Bowers. Doesn't take a great route off the catch, but it is a gain of 6, bringing up 3rd and 4 here. Peterson looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Can't get it away, and he goes down. That'll bring up 4th down for us and bring out our punt unit. So an unfortunate second drive. Not sure why we just completely abandoned the run after it went so well on the first drive. But now we got to see if our defense can contain Joe Mixon, who torched us last drive and got them straight into field goal range very easily, or if they can finally get a stop here on this team. 1st and 10 here for the Houston Texans. Minute 30 in the first quarter. Tank down, motioned over, handoff Joe Mixon, nobody there. Taking 3 people to bring him down. Crosby helps come clean that up. 59 yards on the ground already for him in the first quarter. Stroud under center now. Play action, throwing. In between everybody is Nico Collins, wide open for a big gain. Texans immediately dashing down the field now. Looking to put up some serious points on us if they can continue to move the ball like this. Tank Dell in motion, fakes to him, fakes to Joe Mixon, scrambling, throwing over the middle. Wide open is the tight end, and Dalton Schultz. 1st and goal now from the 4-yard line as the Texans continue to dominate this game. And is it going to be a false start? A false start will drive them back to the 9-yard line. Texans now come out in the I formation. Stroud, handoff, Mixon, nobody there. Great block from the fullback, and Joe Mixon gets in. His 11th TD on the year. First one in this game so far, but if he continues to run the way he is, I could see him getting a couple in this one. And it is 17-7 here in the first quarter. Defense not able to buy a stop for us right now. Just Texans moving the ball at ease on us. Deion Reynolds with the return here. Doesn't get much going, down to 24. We're going to see if this offense can turn things back around and get back in this game, or if they're going to be just completely out of it. Play action to Genti. Peterson, pressure getting there, and he's hit by 3 Texans as he is about to throw. Again, we seem to just be abandoning the run game now, and that was what was moving us down the field on the first drive. Looking to pass again, throwing open, Dante Thornton. 3rd and 10 now coming up. Peterson, they don't need to snap it before the 2nd, and they will anyways. Looking to throw. Open man, Trey Tucker gets up there, and he's close to the 1st down marker, but they're not going to give it to him. They're going to say it's 4th and 1. We'll see what happens when we come out here, and we are going to punt, which is unfortunate. A great catch and run by Trey Tucker, brought down just barely short of the 1st down. And a great punt by A.J. Cole to get them back over onto the 22. As the home crowd not super happy with how this game is going, a few boos out there. 1st and 10 for the Texans. Defense looking to not let this game get too far away. Tonka Hemingway and Jonathan Reyes there to stop Mixon behind the line of scrimmage, though, which is a great start to this drive, considering he has been running all over us today. Nico Collins in motion here. Stroud throwing, Tank Dell wide open, nobody even in the area. 3rd and 2 now. Texans looking to continue their dominant start to this game. Stroud throwing over the middle. Had a man right there, but he just didn't make a play on the ball until it was way too late. Texans with a 1st down. Handoff. Joe Mixon, nobody home yet again, blowing up Eric Stokes. for a first down. 79 yards already in the first half for Joe Mixon on 10 carries. Handoff again, why not? Landon Roberts and I believe Tonka Hemingway were in there to finally get something in our favor on this drive. Loss of 2. Stroud looking to throw. It's a screen. Crosby goes the wrong way. And it'll be 3rd and 1 now. Crosby goes the right way there. He probably makes a stop sooner than that. But he makes the wrong choice on his spin. Fullback dive. Stuffed by Tonka Hemingway, who is having a great game today. And we force a punt there. Our first stop of the game from our defense. And now the question is, can our offense come out and answer the Houston offense, who's been so dominant this game? RB receiving yards leader, Genti, number 3 there. And if we're going to go away from the run game, he definitely needs to be getting involved in the pass game. But we're going to see what happens here. 1st and 10 now, looking to throw out to the left. I believe that was Brock Bowers on that catch for about 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. Peterson under center. Handoff, Genti up the middle. Big run there from Genti. Continues to gain big yards whenever he's handed the ball, so it's weird that we haven't utilized him really the last 2 drives. Wicks in motion now. Stepping back, handoff, Genti makes a man miss, dashes around up the middle, taking off, has a couple guys to beat. It's a foot race to the end zone. Genti down at the 3. Genti with 128 yards on 5 carries. Absolutely carrying this offense today. Damian Martinez in as Genti takes a much-needed rest. Handoff to Martinez. No blocking up the middle, though, as he'll lose a few yards. Peterson going to go into the empty now. 7-yard line. Peterson throwing. Intercepted! He throws an interception, and the Texans are going to have the ball at the 1-yard line. That's a mistake you cannot have, and all that work Genti did was for nothing. Fullback dive now. Gets him up to the 3, gets him a little bit of room. 2nd and 7 for the Houston Texans. Handoff, Mixon, stopped by Malcolm Kuntz and Tonka Hemingway, I believe that was. Or it was Jared Rich, one of the 2 in the middle there. Throw over the middle to Joe Mixon, who's wide open. Nobody able to stop Joe Mixon today as he's getting done on the ground and the air. Texans out to the 25 now. 1st and 10 here. Stroud throwing. Looking deep. Man, wide open is Nico Collins. Braden Hartwell and Percy Massey there. 2 rookies cannot keep up with Nico Collins, and he ends up wide open. Easy throw and catch for the Texans there. Man in motion, handoff to him. And Ekbari is there for the TFL. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Houston Texans. Defense on their heels this drive, just absolutely reeling. Throw out to Joe Mixon, who they are not on the same page there. So it'll bring up 3rd and 12. It wasn't really a drop, just kind of not a great throw. Mixon wasn't ready for it. 3rd and 12 now, though. Stroud throwing. Steps up over the middle. Tank Dell catches it. Injury timeout here. Dalton Schultz is going down now. Texans are going to punt it here from the 42. Would have been a deep field goal attempt. So they're going to try to just pin us deep as it's a bad punt, it looks like. Gets it out at the 15, but it could have been a lot better than that. Genti absolutely carrying the offensive workload here today with 128 on the ground on 5 carries. Just not translating to points. 1st and 10 here. Handoff. Genti up the middle. Makes one man miss. Gains about 4. Genti looking to have a huge game here today as long as we can keep him involved in the game. 2.5 minutes left in this 2nd quarter. Play action. Throwing. Completed Dante Thornton. We'll bring it up to a 3rd and 1. Peterson in the gun with Genti in the backfield now. Snap. Handoff. Never mind, it's a read option. Peterson taking off Down the sideline for a huge run. Gregory Peterson making it happen with his legs now. 2:24 left. 1st and 10 now. Man in motion, Trey Tucker. Snapped. Handoff to Genti. Looked like a face mask that didn't get called, but there was no blocking up the middle there. That is our center and our guards on that. Just not able to stop anybody. 2nd and 12 now. Wicks in motion. Peterson stepping up, throwing. Incomplete for Dante Thornton, who normally makes those catches. 3rd and 12 now. Genti motioning. Peterson looking to throw. Throws it deep, completed to Trey Tucker, who's taking off. Can't get away, but a big play there from Trey Tucker and Gregory Peterson as we come back after the 2-minute warning. Offense moving the ball yet again. Onto the 18. Throwing. Caught by Dontavian Wicks, who will get brought down at the 1. Peterson with some great throws on this drive. Genti in the backfield now. Pardon me there. A touchdown, Ashton Genti up the middle. And it is now 17-14. We close the gap. So our defense coming out. 3 timeouts left in this half. They could get a stop and we could get into field goal range. We do get ball at half too, which would be big. A great return there for the Texans to get up to the 32. CJ Stroud playing absolutely amazing today. 17 for 19, 221 yards passing, no touchdowns, but he also hasn't turned the ball over. First and 10 now, handoff. Mixon, he'll gain 2. Which any short yardage run feels like a win there against Mixon, who's been torching us today. Texans go empty now. 2nd and 8, Stroud, pump fake. Enigbari gets there for the sack. Enigbari having a fantastic game today for us as he continues to break out as a staple of this defense. 3rd and 14 now. CJ Stroud in this offense. Stroud looking to throw, throws it short to Dalton Schultz as the Enigbari goes down, unfortunately, holding his knee. That's something we're going to have to monitor. Press the wrong button there. This defense does force a punt with 1:20 left, so plenty of time to get into scoring range. See if we can't get a good return there. It's okay, just a couple yards up to the 31. Genti continues to build off of a great second season. So Peterson in this offense coming out now, looking to put points on the board quickly with a minute left in this first half, trying to take the lead or tie it up here. Peterson, pressure coming, throws over the middle, broken up. I believe that was Wicks that was intended for, or Thornton. Couldn't quite tell. 2nd and 10 now, though. Handoff, Genti stuffed at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 now. The offense hurrying it up here. Would have liked to see those plays switched, run the first down, throw in the second. Pressure coming, throws it deep. Man, wide open is Dontavian Wicks for the first down. Offense hurrying it up here with 1 timeout left, already to the 36. Peterson looking to throw, pressure coming, steps up, takes off, dives down after a gain of 1. Had Genti underneath, didn't throw it to him. 30 seconds left now, 2nd and 9, Thornton in motion. Screen set up for Genti, just not on the same page. 3rd and 9 now, though. Just need a few yards to really secure field goal range. Play action to Genti. Gets a great block there as Peterson almost throws another pick. As we come out in the field goal formation. Long kick from Carty. Sends it, and it is good. So the Raiders offense able to claw back at the end of this second half and tie it up 17-17, and barring anything crazy, that's what we'll go into half at. Big tackle there. Joe Mixon now over 1,000 yards on the season after a strong first half in this one. 17 seconds left. We'll see how aggressive the Texans play it here. They're at the 25. Handoff, Mixon takes it out. They're going to call a timeout now with 12 seconds left. 2nd and 1 here. Texans looking to push into field goal range. Stroud to throw. Pressure coming. Not Schultz. Catches it short for the first down. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 7 seconds left with 2 timeouts. They got enough time to go inbounds for like one play as the screen is there. Kuntz not able to do anything about it. He was in the vicinity right behind him, just didn't make the play. Texans now used timeout with 1 second left on the clock. They're going to have to go deep here if they're going to be aggressive. Stroud stepping back, looking to take a shot. Pressure coming. Crosby hits him as he throws. Completes the pass anyways to Nico Collins underneath. A throw that I would have thought would have had more likelihood to get picked gets completed there, as it seems like the Texans offense can just not do any wrong. Here in the second half now, third quarter, we will get to see our offense first, who was able to claw back in at the end of that first quarter. 131 yards on the ground for Ashton Jeanty here today on like 6 carries, something crazy like that. 1st and 10 here in the second half though. Trey Tucker in motion. Wicks in motion now. Peterson, play action, looking to throw to start the second half. Pressure coming, rolls around, takes off, slides down. Gain of 5. Could have been more if they had thrown the flag on that hit for the slide, but it's Madden. What can you expect? Come out I form here. Handoff, Jeanty, no blocking outside as their corner just reads that perfectly, and we lose one there. 3rd and 6 here on the opening drive of the second half. Peterson looking to throw, pressure coming over the middle for Dante Thornton, who breaks away. Big play there by Dante Thornton. Come out in the I form here now. 1st and 10. Handoff for Jeanty. No edge protection as he loses one again. Seems like they're starting to figure out a run game in the second half, which is not necessarily good for us with how well it helped us out in the first half. 2nd and 11 now, though. Peterson, quick throw. Trey Tucker up the middle for a first down. Big gain there by Trey Tucker. Peterson going under center here. Jeanty in the backfield. Motioning Wicks over. Fake handoff to Wicks. Handoff to Jeanty again. Stuffed in the backfield. It seems like they're sending all out when Jeanty's in the game. They're going for him. They're not concerned about anybody else. Screen pass to Jeanty though. They didn't expect it. Not a great route taken after the catch by him as he only gains 1. He had room, had a block, just needed to get around it and couldn't. Dylan Lopp in the game now, mysteriously. Dante Thornton motioning over. Peterson to throw. Throws it to Thornton. Dante makes a man miss. Gets up for the first down. So great play there by Dante Thornton now. 1st and 10 here from the 29. Offense moving the ball but taking some clock off with it. Play action to Jeanty. Throw out to Wicks. Breaks a tackle. Gains 4. Everybody getting involved here today in the pass game. 2nd and 6 now, under center here. Handoff, Jeanty up the middle, breaks away, nobody there, and Jeanty with a touchdown. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and he continues to torch this Texans defense. And the Raiders take a 24-17 to 17 lead at the beginning of the second half. Big play there from Genti. Finally got some space on that first drive of the second half. Been getting stuffed all drive. Finally got some blocks, got a little bit of room, and he took off. Should put him around 170 on the yard. 170 on the ground now. So we get a decent stop there at the 26. Joe Mixon coming out. So Mixon and Genti battling it out on who is going to lead their team to a win here today. Genti's got the upper hand yardage and touchdowns wise now. Texans come out for their first drive of the second half. Handoff. We had a guy there. Enikbari cleans it up after a gain of 1. That feels like a win with how Mixon has been running it today. Texans go empty here on 2nd and 9. Mixon motioning in all the way over. It looks like a screen pass they set up. It is. Nobody home. And it's a first down for Tank Dell, who has 10 catches for 84 yards. We're only in the third quarter. 1st and 10 now for the Texans. Handoff Mixon up the middle. Nobody home. First down. Gain of almost 11 there. Texans get up to the 49 now. 1st and 10 here. Play action. Stroud looking to throw. Hemingway gets there, though, for a sack. Hemingway continues his dominant effort today. 2nd and 18 now for this Texans offense. Coming up here, Crosby starting to get home. Pressure getting there. Malcolm Kuntz and Max Crosby to clean it up. Malcolm Kuntz getting there first. It'll be 3rd and 30 now for this Texans team as our defense steps up and makes back-to-back huge plays. Pressure coming. They set up a screen for their tight end who goes down. Braden Hartwell there with a tackle after a gain of 7. 4th and 23, and the Texans will punt it away. So a great stop there by our defense. Lob now on the return. Spins around. Makes a man miss. Almost a crazy return there. I lied. I put him up to 154 and 3 TDs on the day. Genti having a monster output here today against the Texans. Handoff Genti again. Why not? Gains 1. 14 carries, 155, and 3 touchdowns today. 2nd and 9 now coming up for this Raiders offense. Handoff Genti again. Up the middle. Tries to break a tackle. Gains about 6 there. 3rd and 4 now. Peterson to throw over the middle. Incomplete for Dante Thornton. The hit broke it up. Had him open for the first down. He just couldn't bring it into the contact. And a quick 3-and-out forced by the Texans defense. As we punt this one away, and they get a solid return up to the 31 there. Coming out now, looking to see if our defense can make another big stop. 1st and 10 here. They're looking to throw. Max Crosby gets through, and he gets a sack. So all of a sudden our pass rush is just getting home when they want to. Crosby coming out now for this play. 2nd and 17 here. Pressure coming. Open, man, wide open. No one even near him is Nico Collins. Where's our coverage at? On 2nd and 17, nobody even near their best receiver. 1st and 10 now after a completely blown play by the defense. Stopped by Landon Roberts there after a gain of 3 is Joe Mixon. Crosby back in the game. 2nd and 7 now. Stroud to throw. Pressure coming. Over the middle. It's caught. Brought in by Tank Dell, who's very close to 100 yards receiving now after that one. 1st and 10 from the 37. Play action. Going deep. Man, wide open is Nico Collins. Just absolutely torching Percy Massey and Braden Hartwell, the 2 rookies playing the same side of the field. Neither one able to keep up with Collins there, unfortunately. As that's just an easy throw and catch for a touchdown, and the Texans tie this one up at 24. See if we can't get a good return here from Dion Reynolds, who pulls it in. And he gets it up to about the 28-yard line there. Peterson, this offense coming out now, looking to answer what just went down with the Texans. Minute 50 here in this third quarter. Quick throw out to Trey Tucker for 3. Can't abandon the run game, though, when it's working. Peterson in the gun. Handoff, Genti up the middle. Nobody there. Gets some blocks, breaks a tackle, takes off. A big run there from Ashton Genti, who continues his dominant performance today. That'll put him probably close to 190. 190. Put him at probably 191-ish. Trey Tucker in motion. 1st and 10 now after a big run from Genti. Wicks motioning over. Texans loading the box. Play action. Throw over the middle out of the hands of Trey Tucker, who's had a couple drops today that's just uncharacteristic of him. 2 times today, I believe, that he has just not caught the ball. Quick pass out to him. He breaks 1 tackle, gains about 4, 3rd and 6 coming up. Peterson in the empty now. Genti at the bottom of the screen. Peterson stepping up. QB draw, it looks like. Gets around his block and gets the 1st down. So a good run there by Peterson, who we've seen make a few good plays with his legs today. 1st and 10 now for this offense. Peterson, draw play. Genti tries to get around Petrie. 2nd and 4 coming up after a good run by Ashton Genti. Empty again here. Pressure coming. Getting there. Peterson got to get rid of the ball there. Can't let that sack get home. You had plenty of time to get out and get rid of the ball. So we go empty here again. Peterson looking to throw. Pressure coming. And it gets home yet again. So the pass rush for the Texans getting home now. And we're out of field goal range with that one. So the Texans get a huge stop as A.J. Cole comes out to punt this one away. And he'll pin them at the 7-yard line. So a solid punt there from A.J. Cole. Crosby in the zone. 1st and 10 here for the Texans. Tank Dell in motion. Fake to him. Handoff. Mixon gains about 5 there. And an injury timeout for Tonka Hemingway, who's had a great game today, and he's going to go down. Jared Rich in the game now. Throwing wide open is their tight end. Stroud, 379 and a touchdown today. That'll take us to the 4th quarter now. 24-24 in this one. Defense looking to get a stop here and keep us in this game. Quick pass out to the flat. Darian Porter's there, though, to stop it for just a gain of 1. Stroud going under center here. I'll put him at 380 on the day, just with that 1 yard. And Egbari with a big tackle at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 coming up. Egbari having a great game. Having a great stretch of games, really. Texans adjusting the formation here. 3rd and 9. Motioning Tank Dell out now. Stroud looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nobody home yet again. Another horrible defensive coverage call on a crucial down. Where we just are sending like an engage 8 almost. Handoff to the fullback, gashing up the middle now. Nobody's home. Nobody's home for this defense in key situations for some reason. And that might be Chris Brooks, who's actually a running back in there playing fullback for them. Handoff now. Stuffed after a 2-yard gain. Mixon has 110 on the ground. Stroud has close to 400 passing yards. Defense just not doing it today. And Egbari, Crosby getting there for a sack, shutting that play down, bringing up 3rd and 18. Pass rush got there after seemed like a miscommunication on that play by the Texans. 3rd and 18 now. Pressure coming. Crosby coming around, throwing over the middle, dropped by Nico Collins. Darian Porter was in coverage, but he did not get a hand on that. And so the Raiders defense now forces a punt in a key situation on the field. And the Raiders will get the ball at the 20 as that punt rolls into the end zone. Gregory Peterson in this offense looking to come in now and try to put this one away. As this game has gone back and forth all day. Momentum swings left and right. Peterson, play action to Genti, throwing over the middle. Wicks can't haul it in through contact. 2nd and 10 here now. Wicks in the backfield with Genti. Peterson throwing to Bowers. He cuts it up, gains about 6. 3rd and 4 now for the Raiders offense. Genti motions out. Quick throw over the middle, broken up, intended for Trey Tucker. So a quick 3 and out for this offense. That is not what we needed. Not at all what we needed. And a solid return there, gets him up to the 36. So an offense that has been moving the ball well all game long. Comes out in great field position with about 5 minutes left in this game. 1st and 10 now. Stroud looking to throw. Throws out, broken up, and Massey can't get out there to get the deflection. I believe that was Hartwell in on that coverage. 2nd and 10 now. Stroud throwing quickly over the middle. Nobody at home. Chin cleans it up after a gain of about 8. 3rd and 2 here, big down. Bringing the house. Chin getting around with Max Crosby as they both combine for a sack there. 4th and 11. Jeremy Chin just beating the edge. Crosby getting up through the middle. And they meet at the quarterback to shut that play down. Great punt there, though. As Lobb can only get it up to about the 21. Great punt by the Texans punter. Now Peterson and this offense come out. Looking to put points on the board here. Handoff Genti up the middle. Makes one man miss, breaks a couple tackles. Gain of about 13 there. And a 1st down. Genti continues to torch this Texans defense. What a game he's had today. Handoff Genti again up the middle. Fighting, gains 5. 2nd and 5 now, and we go empty here. Genti at the bottom of the screen. Peterson back to throw, throwing Thornton wide open. He's getting away, tries to make a man miss. A big catch and run there by Dante Thornton, who continues to emerge as one of our better wide receivers. 1st and 10, play action now, pressure coming. Hit as he throws, and it sails out of bounds, thankfully. 2nd and 10 coming up. Peterson looking to throw. Steps up. Throws it deep. Has a man wide open. It's Dontavian Wicks for a huge gain. Can't keep his feet in bounds. But can't keep his feet in bounds, but he gets us down at the 10-yard line. Pardon my English today. 3rd and 30. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left now as pressure's coming. Peterson, probably confused by what I was saying, just absolutely does not feel that pressure and cannot get away from it. 2nd and goal from the 14 now. Peterson motioning Bowers. Throws it out to Bowers now. Tries to make a man miss, and it'll get that 4 yards back. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10 here. Peterson stepping back to throw. Steps up. Can't get away from the D tackles. He'll be sacked. 13 total tackles in this one between the two teams. Sacks, not tackles. Good Lord. 13 total sacks in this one between the two teams as the Raiders. Joshua Carty kicks a field goal to put us up by 3, 27-24. With about 3 minutes left in this one. A crucial situation here for our defense. See if they can step up and make some plays. CJ Stroud, 399 and a touchdown. Only 4 incompletions today, as our coverage has really been suspect in this one, to say the least. So 2:53 here. Texans need a touchdown to take the lead, field goal to tie it. 5-yard run from Joe Mixon, who continues to be a workhorse here for the Texans. 2nd and 5 now. Mixon out of the game here. Handoff anyways. Brought down after a gain of 4. So Elated Roberts goes down, and that's a big piece of our defense that's going down in a key situation. That is not a good loss for us. Handoff again. And another injury timeout. This time it's Enagbari going down. So 2 key pieces to this defense going down on a very key defensive drive. Texans adjusting the formation here. Quick throw over the middle to Tank Dell, who's easily over 100 yards today. 4:04 now for Stroud. Clock is running here. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. 2nd and 5. Man motions out. Stroud throwing. Nobody home. Yet again, we play that coverage where just nobody's playing underneath. Horrible coverage from our defense in this game, as Stroud continues to just make us pay for the bad coverage we're playing. 2-minute warning now. Stroud in this offense already encroaching field goal range. Defense looking to make a stop here. Landon Roberts and Enagbari are both not in the game right now. Throw underneath as we're just playing conservative defense for no reason. It's a 3-point game. We need to be staying aggressive. 2nd and 6 now. Set up a screen. Quick pass. Kuntz can't make the tackle. And Hardwell barely makes the tackle out on the sideline. 3rd and 4 here. This is a big down for this defense. Stroud looking to throw a screen again. And Reyes cannot make the tackle. How many times have we seen that with this young linebacker? One-on-one situations in the backfield, not able to bring the guy down even when he's right there. Stroud looking to throw again. Over the middle, wide open is Nico Collins now. Nico Collins over 100 yards receiving here today. Him and Tank Dell just torching us. Stroud looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Kuntz. Brennan Jackson gets home, though, before Kuntz. Brennan Jackson replacing Enagbari on this drive. Comes in and makes a huge play in the clutch. 3rd and 15 now. Defense looking for a stop. Pressure coming again. Man open. Reyes can't get there, and he gets the first down on 3rd and 15. That is a killer. And if the Texans punch this in, we're going to have barely any time to answer. Stroud, handoff, up the middle. Gain of 1. We've not seen Mixon in a few plays. Maybe he got shaken up and is out of this one. 44 seconds left. Texans pushing the ball. Stroud throwing over the middle. Nico Collins wide open. They're going to have the ball at the 2-yard line now and let the clock run. 30 seconds left in this. Defense needs a stop. Stroud stepping up. Runs into the end zone for the dagger. 28 seconds left in this game, and the defense absolutely folds on the last drive. Absolute collapse from our defense on the final drive in a key situation. And barring a miracle, we are going to lose this battle with the Houston Texans. Lob with a return here. Gets a big return all the way up to the 38. We do need a touchdown, unfortunately, and Gentie's fantastic game of 19 carries for 208 and 3 touchdowns may be in vain here if we cannot somehow get this ball into the end zone. Peterson back to throw. Throwing quickly. Timeout. It's a good play there. Gets us up to the 50. 20 seconds left now. Still 2 timeouts left for this offense. Peterson throwing. Pressure coming. Throws it over the middle. Broken up for Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker having a rough game today. That was a tough catch, but one that he makes in most games. 15 seconds left now. Throwing. Dante Thornton. Never mind, that's Dontavian Wicks. 10 seconds left. We're on the 29-yard line. Peterson looking to put together a miracle here. Maybe one more play to get closer. Bowers out to the flat. 6 seconds left. Doesn't get out of bounds. Gets it up to the 24 now, though. Final timeout for the Raiders. This is the final play of the game. Pressure getting home from the center. He cannot make a block there in the clutch. And our defense collapsed late in this one. Texans exploit it. And you just can't expect to win a game where you're allowing 458 yards on 90% completion and allowing 115 on the ground with 5.4 a carry. Their team averaged over 5 yards a carry and 3 rushing touchdowns. Offensively, though, Peterson played a solid game. He had that pick, which, you know, you could say was probably a turning point and is what lost us the game. But we had every opportunity to win coming down that stretch, and our defense collapsed on that last drive. Genty with 208 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns. His great performance just squandered because of poor defense play at the end of the game. Thornton 69. Wicks with 5 for 111, so he had a huge game today. A lot of clutch plays by these guys. Jackson, Powers, Johnson allows 4 sacks in this game. Carson Vincent allows 2. So is our guards, our center Meredith. I attributed that last sack to him. It was not. It was Jackson Powers Johnson who allowed his 4th sack in probably the most key point in the game. Jeremy Chin had 16 tackles. Eric Stokes had 12, 11 for Hartwell, 11 for Roberts, 10 for Reyes. Reyes, a very disappointing stretch, and you know, 1 solo tackle, 9 assisted tackles, sure, but 1 solo tackle, and he's had chances in multiple ends of games now and close games to put them away with a tackle or make it a worse situation for the offense, and he just whiffs on tackles. Hemingway, Crosby, Enigbari, all with great games on the defensive line today. Crosby with 3 sacks, Hemingway with 2, Enigbari had a sack. Couple half sacks there. Brandon Jackson came in at the end of the game because Enigbari was hurt, which we're going to have to keep an eye on. Orlando Roberts was also hurt. No picks. It's not a great defensive showing for us today, as our offense actually showed up and played extremely well there. So it's very disappointing that our defense just collapses like that. And we got a lot of young pieces over there. We got a lot of guys trying to find themselves. But at 6 and 7 now, we're definitely going to be battling for that 760. But we definitely got to push now the Broncos here. A big divisional matchup, as they're the 5th seed currently. Texans are the 4th seed. That means, I think that's just because they're leading their division. But if we look, the Browns are 7th, Patriots are 6th, Broncos 5th. Those are the spots we're looking to take. A lot of injuries for this Broncos team, as the Patriots are 7 and 6, the Browns are 7 and 6. We are currently at the 11th seed, tied with the Chargers and Jacksonville at 6 and 7. Cincinnati holds the 8th spot at 6 and 7, though. So there's definitely still a chance we can make it in. And Genty, I'm assuming, yes, Genty with his insane game last time out. Genty now 3rd in rushing yards in the league. So making a push there to maybe lead in that category. And we're going to get into this Broncos game. I believe this one is away. It is away. We're going to watch the second half of this one, as this is a key divisional matchup. and a key game where we need to get back in the win column if we want to try to make a push for the playoffs. See if our offense can continue to ride the hot game they had last time out, as we hope our defense can bounce back after an absolute horrible collapse in the last game. As we come out, we go up 14-0 in this one in the first quarter. Okay. 21-0 now. Broncos finally get some points on the board. They bring it close, 28-14. As we come out of half, we're up, and I believe we are kicking off now. Broncos have 4 turnovers on the day, so we'll have to look into that. As the Raiders are up 28-14 in this one, as maybe a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after last game, knowing they should have won that game. Receiving touchdowns, Marvin Mims has 18 this year, which is absolutely nuts. And we still have plenty of games to go for him to reach over 20. Nix in this Broncos offense now. Go play action. Quick pass over the middle. Eric Stokes can't keep up there with Cortland Sutton, I believe. Quick first down there for this Broncos offense. Bo Nix looking to throw again. Throwing out, broken up by Eric Stokes. Great play there by Stokes. Bo Nix in this offense looking to continue to move. Quick out to Mims, who gains about 2. Bo Nix with 117, 2 touchdowns, but 2 picks today. 3rd and 8 coming up here. Nix looking to throw, steps up, taking off, nobody there at all. Huge game by Nix. He takes a shot from Massey, but a little bit too late as he gains a ton of yards there and gets him over to the 35. Nix stepping up again. Crosby with a huge hit on Nix as he tries to take off again. Crosby saying, no, sir. Lots of 2 there for the Broncos. Pardon me. 2nd and 12 coming up now. Nix looking to throw. Pressure coming. Crosby not able to get there in time. Sutton just wide open. Nobody near him. Easy throw and catch. Our defense just is making it way too easy for these good offenses. 1st and 10 now from the red zone. Handoff. Broken tackles. Makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Massey and Hardwell, I believe, are there to combine to bring him down. 2nd and 10 coming up. Had him dead to rights in the backfield there. Just breaks the 2 tackles. Nix looking to throw here. Steps up. Maybe throws wide open. Wide open man there is Evan Ingram. And the Broncos right back in this game. Making it 28-21 in favor of the Raiders here, as they come out and put together a really strong first drive of this second half. We get the ball back here, though, as our offense has been pretty good today. It was pretty good last week, too. Just unfortunately couldn't get it done. A big sack allowed in the clutch was not it. Ontavian Wicks over 1,000 receiving yards this year, which is big. 72 catches, 1,016, and 6 touchdowns. So he's having a very good year for us. Exactly what I wanted him to do when I brought him here. Handoff, Genti up the middle. Big run there for a gain of about 11. Genti continuing his dominant performance that he's been on. He's been on a tear recently. Play action, quick throw over to Trey Tucker. Makes a tough catch and extends forward. Peterson does have a pick in this game, but he's throwing 2 touchdowns. He has 177 yards. 1st and 10 now. Play action. Peterson steps up, throws. Caught by Trey Tucker in traffic. 1st down, Raiders. 4:40 left in this 3rd quarter, and we are moving the ball. Peterson looking to throw again over the middle. Dante Thornton wide open in between everybody. Peterson over 200 yards now. 1st and 10 from the 15 here. Peterson in the gun with Genti in the backfield. Handoff, Genti. Gets around one man. Gets up for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up here. Dylan Lobb in the game. Peterson, handoff to Lobb, breaks a tackle. Almost gets the first down. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Jack Besh is in the game. I've seen him out there a little bit. Maybe somebody got injured. No, because we've seen everybody catch the ball. QB sneak there from Peterson, who just dives through the line. Gets it up to the 4-yard line and gets the first down. It'll be 1st and goal here from the 4. Genty in the backfield. Peterson looking to throw. Throws over the middle. Caught by Trey Tucker for a touchdown. Trey Tucker scores in this one. Great throw there by Peterson. Raiders are up 34 to 21, making it 35 with this PAT. It is good. 8 plays on that drive. So a quick drive there from us to answer back the touchdown the Broncos scored. 3.5 minutes left in this third when the Broncos get it back. It's Bo Nix. Not having a bad year. Not having a great game today, though. Offense moved the ball pretty well to start the second half. We'll see if our defense can step up. Play action. Pass broken up by Darian Porter. Quick little pass out there. Darian Porter said not today. 2nd and 10 now. Nix in the empty. Looking to throw. Looks like a screen, actually. Nobody's there. Breaks 1 tackle. Gain of 9 there on the screen pass. It'll be 3rd and 1 now. Broncos go I form. Nix under center. Play action. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Man, wide open is Evan Ingram. Breaks a tackle. Almost would have been gone if he was able to keep his balance. Pressure not able to get there in time as Nix hits a wide open Evan Ingram. Pressure coming again. Wide open man over the middle is Marvin Mims, who continues to tear the league apart, including us. 1st and 10 here. Nix throwing again. Throwing wide open is Evan Ingram. I hope that's Evan Ingram. It might not be, actually. He's playing a lot out at wide receiver, so it may not be Evan Ingram. Maybe a rookie. Nix to throw again, though. Over the middle. Completed for Troy Franklin that time. 3rd and 1 here. Handoff. Crosby not able to get there in time as the RB gains about 5 for the first. Broncos back in the red zone here. Looking to try to keep this close. Nix throwing wide open. Ingram again. Over the middle. So his defense still not playing great. Like, they've played good enough for us to be up the way we are, but they're not playing great today. And not playing great in second halves in general. Maybe time for a new defensive coordinator in the offseason. We'll find out as they set up a screen. A couple guys get out there, stopping it for a short gain, if a gain at all. Reyes was one of those guys. Maybe you heard the talk we were having about him. Nix looking to throw here. Steps up. Flag on the play. In the area of holding. Maybe not. Maybe it's offensive pass interference. Holding? What's it going to be? Holding. It will be holding, which will negate that touchdown. And make it 3rd and goal from the 15 now. Broncos offense looking to do it again, though. Nix to throw. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Wide open man. Not able to get home. Jonathan Reyes brings him down, and they will take the field goal here. 4th and goal. Not going to test it. And it is up and good, making it 35-24 in favor of the Raiders. Offense getting the ball back here with 1:10 left in this first half. 1:11. Get the ball at the 31. We're going to continue to dominate. Peterson under center here, motioning Tucker over. Handoff, Trey Tucker. Cuts it up a little bit too soon, gains 2, but could have had a bit more yardage if he had taken it out. Genty at the top of the screen now. Going empty here. Peterson looking to throw. Steps up. Throws over the middle for Wicks, who catches it for a first down. Ball up to the 44 now. Peterson going under center here. Thornton in motion. Wicks in motion now. Peterson, play action. Thornton can't haul it in. 2nd and 10 here. Genty into the backfield now. Peterson making some adjustments. 36 seconds left in the third. Peterson looking to throw. Steps up to take off. Runs. Dives down after a first down gain. Peterson getting it done with his legs there. 1st and 10 here. 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Handoff. Genty breaks a couple. Pushes for 5. 15 seconds left. They don't need to call a play here. We'll see if they do. 8 seconds left. They do. Handoff. Genty again, gaining 1, so it'll be 3rd and 4 with 2 seconds left, and that'll take us to the fourth quarter, where the Raiders are up 11 points in this one. 2-possession game, and they're encroaching field goal range. 3rd and 4 now. Big play here. Peterson looking to throw. Throws it out wide open as Brock Bowers up the sideline. He'll step out of bounds after getting a first down. Great throw, great catch there by Brock Bowers. Handoff Genty here. Fights through a little bit of contact to gain 5. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Raiders offense. From the 25 here, Peterson motioning Wicks over. Handoff Genty after faking it to Wicks and just not going anywhere as it's a loss of 3. Not a great play call there. Now Raiders go empty. Genty at the top of the screen. Peterson making some adjustments. 3rd and 8 here. Peterson looking to throw, obviously. Throwing quick over the middle for Trey Tucker, who gets open. Great game here by Peterson outside that interception. 253 touchdowns. And marching us down the field yet again, trying to put us in the end zone. Play action. Quick throw to Dante Thornton for a touchdown. Peterson's 4th passing touchdown of the day. Dante Thornton with a good grab there at the goal line and able to sneak in for the touchdown. A great play there by Peterson. Right out there. And what a great play there by Thornton, as we're going to jump out, take a little screenshot. You know how we do, or how I do at least. I want to watch this replay anyways, see what Peterson's looking at here as we get the play action to Martinez. And just wide open is Thornton on that out route and able to sneak in up the sideline. And that's our QB1 right there, dog. That right there is QB1, Gregory Peterson. And, yep. So offense continues to dominate in this one as we put up 41 on the Broncos so far. About to make it 42 with a PAT here, which is up and good. So it'll be 42 to 24 now in this big divisional matchup. We take 2 minutes off the clock there. Get us into the fourth quarter. Defense, if we get a stop here and score, it basically puts this one away. Jeremy Chin in on that stop at the 26. Broncos come out in the empty. Knicks. Pressure coming. Hemingway to clean it up. Crosby gets there first. Big sack there. 2nd and 13 now. Knicks looking to throw. Pressure coming. Crosby almost getting there. Pass is broken up by Braden Hartwell. Great play there by the rookie. 3rd and 13 now. Broncos fans not happy currently. Throwing broken up by Hartwell again. What a great back-to-back plays by the rookie. Gets the break up in contact and then just bats that one out of the air. 4th and 13 here. Broncos have to go for it. Empty now. Nix to throw. Stepping up. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Going deep. Darian Porter breaks that one up. As the defense turns the ball over there. Raiders get the ball at the 22. Handoff. Genti up the middle. Gains about 2 there. Points here. Put this one away. Peterson knows it. The offense knows it. Looking to put this one out for good. Peterson stepping up, throwing out to Bowers, who's wide open. Gain of 3. Third and 5 coming up now. About 5 minutes left in this one. Peterson snaps. Quick throw to Bowers for the first down. 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line for this Raiders offense that has exploded here today. Handoff. Genti up the middle. Makes one man miss. Gains about 3 there. 2nd and goal from the 5 now. Handoff to Genti again. Able to gain about 2. Down at the 3-yard line here. We'll see what the offense cooks up. Genti in the backfield. 3 wide. Motioning Thornton over. Believe they'll, never mind. Peterson, quick throw to Thornton, who can't hang on. Had it in the end zone. Could not hold on to that one. But a field goal here makes it a 21-point game with 4 minutes left in this one. And we are going to go out and watch the rest of this through the sim. And we're going to go to the end of the game here. We'll jump back in if anything gets interesting. I doubt it will. 2-yard reception for R.J. Harvey. 15-yard penalty against Max Crosby. That hurts. 14-yard reception by Marvin Mims. Broncos moving the ball quickly. A 10-yard penalty against the offense, though. 7-yard catch for Javonte Williams. 6-yard rush. 3rd and 7 now. 1-yard rush. 4th and 6 here. And they lose 3, so the offense gets the ball back. Probably looking just to run this one out. Genti with 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Another 5-yard rush by Genti. 2 yards there. 54 seconds left. 6 yards, and that'll end the game as the Broncos come out in the Raiders come out in dominant fashion and get a huge divisional win to push us back to 7-7, back at that 500 mark, and officially give us a better season than last year's. We're going to go check out these stats now. Bo Nix, 26 for 40, 252, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks though. Peterson, 20 for 30, 274, 4 TDs and a pick. He had the pick, but the 4 TDs more than makes up for that. 66% completion. 16 for 64 and a touchdown for Genti. Martinez had a touchdown today. That's big. That's good for him. Receiving wise, Trey Tucker had 74. Wicks had 88 and a touchdown. Thornton had 2 TDs today and 55 yards. Tucker had that touchdown also. Let's see, blocking wise, only 1 sack allowed today by Martin Killings, who is only in because Dylan Parham is on IR. But I feel like he hasn't played horrible since being in, and he's a young guy who could develop nicely for us. Moving forward defensively, Jonathan Reyes flips it around, 6 solo and 1 assist, so he heard what we were saying. Percy Massey leads us with 7 as well. 2 TFLs for Crosby. A lot of TFLs today. And only 1 sack, and that's the one we saw that Hemingway and Crosby split. Darian Porter had both interceptions, which is big for him. Hartwell had a couple PBUs. We saw 2, but they're only giving him 1. Eric Stokes had 1. Porter had 1. It was a forced fumble by Chris Paul. Apparently, we had 2 fumble recoveries, so by him, which is cool. Any defensive touchdowns? Were any of those defensive touchdowns? No defensive touchdowns. So a turnaround from this defense. They come back. They get 4 turnovers in this one. They don't collapse. Our offense comes out, puts up over 40 points. Peterson plays absolutely lights out. He's really started to turn his season around as of late as we get a breakout for D-line part 3. Probably Enigbari. Enigbari is so close to being special. How far he's come this year has been great to see. I agree he's put in a ton of work. Maybe not so much in this last game, but like you said, he's come really far. And we're going to get to week 16 now against the 49ers away. The 4-10 49ers, by the way, as that loss drops the Broncos to the 7th seed, which means we kind of need to win. Like that's been obvious, but we are now sitting at the 10th seed. We were at the 11th. Bengals lost, so they dropped to 11. We won. We're tied with the Chargers, who I believe swept us in the series, so they have the tiebreaker against us, unfortunately. All we can do is just keep winning, and if we keep winning, we may scrape in. Jacksonville's at 7-7. They're in the 8th spot right now. But if the Chargers can lose and Jacksonville can lose, I think we got a good chance. They're going to be missing Purcell for this game, West, Brisker, Jones, and their rookie right guard. Before we get into this, I want to see statistically where we're at right now with our guys. As Gregory Peterson over 3,000 yards at 19 touchdowns. He's playing very well. Genti, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 195 carries. Wicks has the 6th most receiving yards in the NFL, so he's playing very well. I just want to see how other guys are performing. Thornton's up to 639 and 6 touchdowns. Bowers has 569. Trey Tucker 522. Genti with 302 and a touchdown. Trey Tucker, that was his first touchdown on the season, actually. That's crazy. But again, he's only played 8 games, so him being up to 522 is actually pretty big for us. Thornton, his production has been pretty steady. 45 a game, which, isn't necessarily elite, but it is good for our wide receiver 3. Trey Tucker's at 65 a game. We got 73 a game for Dontavian Wicks, who's just having a phenomenal year for us. Defensively, Jeremy Chin is leading us in tackles. Landon Roberts 2 behind him. And then Eric Stokes and Massey are tied for 3rd. Max Crosby has 25 TFLs. Enigbari has 17. And Crosby is also leading with 11 sacks. Enigbari has 8, though. Malcolm Kuntz with 7 and 12 TFLs. Hemingway has 6.5 and 11. 10 TFLs here for Landon Roberts, which is big. And 2 picks for Eric Stokes and Darian Porter. And then a bunch of guys with 1. So our team playing very well, actually, down the stretch here. And we're going to jump into this. It is another away game, which is unfortunate. We're going to jump into this one. We're going to see kind of how this goes, and whether or not we watch or keep track of these last 2 games that we have, or if we save it for next time. If we win, I think we save it for next time. If we lose, I think we'll just get through the regular season. Because if we lose this game, I don't believe we can make the playoffs. I don't think it'll still be close, but I don't think if we lose and whoever's in the 7th wins, I don't think we make it. So we'll sim to the next quarter, and we're up 3-0 in this one. So very defensive battle in the first quarter, 6-0 for us, 13-17 now, 19-17, 19-10. So we're going to jump to the end of the game here now. 25-10, 25-17, 28-17 as we get back-to-back wins, pushing us to 8-7. So all of the sudden, we sit at 8-7, and we have a chance to make the playoffs. So we come into this one. Raiders, we get 2 picks. 261, 3 TDs for Peterson, who played great today. That's a great game there. Genti only had 37 on the ground, but we only ran the ball a total of 11 times today. Dante Thornton had 75. 75 for Wicks, 69 for Tucker. 2 TDs for Dontavian Wicks, though, putting him at 8, I believe. And Tucker will be at 2 TDs on the season now. That's good for him. We only allow 1 sack, and it's Charles Grant. That's big. Not a lot of people standing out with a whole lot of tackles. We get 2 TFLs from Elena Roberts and Malcolm Kuntz. Sack and a half from Crosby. Sack for Kuntz. Sack for Hemingway. Half a sack for Porter, who also got a pick. And Elena Roberts got a pick today, too. That's big. You know what? I'm going to say F it. We're going to finish out the regular season this episode. I'm excited to see what this team is doing. And if next episode's Gregory Peterson gets 3 upgrade points, I want to see it. Good total. Made it over 3,500 passing yards, which gave him a ton of XP. Great game there by him. New ability unlocked for Gregory Peterson. That's cool. Bulldozer. We're going to go red zone, Deadeye. I want some of those red zone passes to be a little bit more accurate. We're going to jump to next week against the Jets. The New York Jets, who are 5-10. We sit at 8-7 right now, which does not put us in the playoffs. Bills are at the 7 seed right now, which the Bills are 9-6. We're still at the 10 spot because the Chargers won and Jacksonville won. But there's a possibility we can make it in. And when there's a possibility, we gotta take that possibility. We're playing the 5-10 Jets at home. And then we will finish the season out with the Seahawks, which should be a tough one to end the season. James Dansby, Brendan Jackson get a upgrade there. As we're going to jump into this game now. 2 games left in this season 2, in which we have improved immensely. We only had 6 wins last year. We're already at 8 with 2 games left to go. With the potential to reach 10 wins and flip the season around like that. We're going to do what we did last game and get to just go quarter by quarter here. Jets go up 3-0. Offense not looking great in this one. The Jets do have a good defense. Jets up 10-0. 17-0 now. We're getting shut out 20-0. And we're going to lose this game. 20-7 against the 5-10 Jets, who we matched up pretty well against and probably should have beat. We lose at home, though. And Peterson, not a great game. 150, a touchdown, a pick. We didn't have a run game at all. Genti with one of his worst games on the year. 6 carries for 14 yards. Bowers led us. Everybody was just clamped up, it seemed like. Killings allows 3 sacks. Grant allows 1. Defensively, not a lot going on, really, for us. Enigbari has 1.5 sacks. So we dropped to 8-8 with the potential to make it to 9-8 if we win against the Seahawks. That does make it to where we are pretty much out of the playoffs unless something crazy happens. We do have an injury. Dante Thornton is going to be out for 8 weeks. So he'll miss any time that we have from now on. If we do make the playoffs, he's going to miss all of that, more than likely. And let's see here, we're still at the 10. Chargers are 8-8. Jacksonville's 8-8. Buffalo's 10-6. They clinch at the 7th seed. So I don't think there's a way for us to make it in now. I think we're out. They clinched the 7th seed. There's no 8th seed, so we are out. So this game doesn't really mean anything. And so we're going to get through this game and start making plans for the offseason, as we could take that next step of being a playoff caliber team next year. I'm just going to sim to the wild card week and see what happens. We do pull out a win there, though, which is big. So we finish with a winning record at 9-8. So we do. Peterson in that game too, 64 touchdowns. Great game from Gregory Peterson to end the year. And we're going to go in and get some upgrades. Peterson's probably one of those guys. He is. So is Brock Bowers, Ontavian Wicks. A lot of guys there. Mock draft has us picking where? The Jets have a ton of first-round picks. What? They have the 7th, the 9th, the 11th. That's us picking at 13. The Jets, though, with 3 first-round picks, all within the top 11. That's crazy. So the Jets looking to make a step up next year, as the Saints are looking to pick number 1 overall for back-to-back years. Seahawks down here, pick 14. Andy Stringer. Browns 23. So nothing crazy there. They do have us taking a D-tackle, I believe, right? Yeah, I don't think we're going to take a D-tackle. I do want to look, before we go check out that last game, at the guys that I scouted, which I believe was Max Sims. Yes. A pass block, A pass block finesse, B pass block power, D run block, A impact blocking, D run block finesse. Not a great run blocker, obviously he's a pass blocker. I think I did Jack McQueen too. A F injury, which worries me. A lead block, A pass block finesse, A stamina. A lot better overall, but the injury concerns me. The F injury concerns me. I think I looked at a right guard, right? Right guard, or was it a left guard? Or was it a linebacker? Hang on. Jack McQueen, Luke Hill, BJ Hunter. It does concern me that I don't have like any of these fully scouted, which kind of sucks. I think we got to take a chance on Jack McQueen, though, if he's there at our pick. Center is definitely our worst position. And even with that injury worry, I think we could, I don't know. Our contract did get extended for 3 years, which is big. I think it's time for a new DC. Jackson Pierce not really been doing a great job. Coach Central here. 32% job security. He's definitely going to be out of here next season. Our offensive coordinator, I think, did a great job this season. Defensively, we had way too many collapses. Way too many collapses in close games. Let's go look at this Seahawks game, though, that we dominated. We dominated in that one. We finished winning it 31-10, I believe, if I saw it correctly. Yes, 31-10. Week 18 against the Seahawks. Let's see. Sam Darnold threw a pick, so we did get a pick. Nice. Gregory Peterson, 260, 4 touchdowns. Got sacked 5 times, but still played very well. Genty, 14 carries for 69 yards. 6 carries for 29 for Damian Martinez. Nice, nice, nice. Receiving-wise, Wicks finishes the season strong with 110 and a touchdown. Bowers gets 60 and a touchdown. Trey Tucker gets a touchdown and 54 yards. Besh gets 25 and a touchdown as well. So everybody getting involved there. Nice to see, especially Jack Besh, who's kind of become our odd man out, and we'll see what we do with that in this offseason. Charles Grant allowed 2. Paris Johnson allowed 1. Meredith allowed 1. Killings allowed 1. Defensively, Eric Stokes led us at tackles. We got TFL from Hemingway, Roberts, and Crosby. 2.5 sacks from Coons, 1.5 from Hemingway, 1 from Crosby, and the pick went to Percy Massey, finishing off a strong rookie campaign. Definitely a guy I'm looking forward to taking another big step forward next season. We will go look at our final season standings. Rookie quarterback Gregory Peterson throws for 3,994 yards, so close to 4,000, which would have been crazy for a rookie season, but 3,994 is very good. 66% completion percentage, which is good. The 10 INTs are a little but 27 TDs is pretty good as well. Finishes with a 99.9 rating. Got sacked 63 times, which I want to compare this 63 times. I want to see how many times, because I know Geno Smith got sacked the same amount as Kenny Pickett last season, 34, so that was 68 times. So 5 less sacks from last season is not great for our offensive line. Genty, a great season, 1,241 and 11 TDs. Let's go see how that compares to his rookie year. He got 12 more carries for 300 more yards, same amount of touchdowns, averaged a lot more per carry. Or not a lot more, but 1.2 more yards per carry, averaged about 20 more yards a game. 307 yards after contact, so he's gotten better at that. 45 broken tackles. Receiving wise, 8 more catches for like 200 more yards, and 1 touchdown. 270 yards run after catch is kind of crazy too. Had a 76-yard reception. Great season from Ashton Genty that we'll be looking for him to build upon next season as well. Gregory Peterson had 337 on the ground and 3 touchdowns. Martinez 193 and 4.2 carries, not bad. Receiving wise, Wicks with a huge year for us, finishing at 1232 on 85 catches and 9 TDs. Thornton finishes this year 725 and 6 TDs. Tucker, after missing 6 games, comes in 658 and 3 TDs. Bowers 715 and 6. How does that compare to last year? I feel like it's better. It is better than last year. Okay, that's good. Same amount of touchdowns, more yards, more per game. Less on average, though, just because I think of how the catches average out. Trey Tucker compared to last year, how does that compare to last year? He missed 6 games this year and outperformed last year, that's a good sign going forward. So Besh does definitely seem like the odd man out, like quite obviously the odd man out. And Thornton definitely seems to have stepped into that role and been a performer, like to say the least. Blocking wise, sacks do get toned down. Nobody allowing over 20 this year. Vincent comes over, allows 12 in 17 games. Meredith allows 11. Killings allows 11. 9 for Powers Johnson. So we just need to shore up some of this stuff. Center definitely needs to get shored up. I think that'll make it a little bit easier on our guards. We do still get Dylan Parham back next year, which is good. I don't know if we keep Colton Miller around. He's very good, very good. But I think the money that he's getting could be put elsewhere towards Genti in the future or um, Bowers in the future. Jeremy Chin ends up leading us in tackles with Elena Roberts behind him, both over 120. Eric Stokes gets 107. Massey with 95. Crosby finishes with 26 TFLs and 13.5 sacks. Enikbari with 18 TFLs, 9.5 sacks. Hemingway gets 9.5 sacks. 11 sacks for Malcolm Kuntz, 13 TFLs there. 3 INTs for Porter, 2 for Stokes, Roberts, and Massey, and then a few guys with 1. So all in all, our defense didn't play horrible. They didn't play great down the stretch in a lot of close games. Joshua Carty, 83%. We'll see if that's improvement from any other time, like kind of. 85% his rookie year. 24 field goal attempts though is kind of small scale. Like he had 34 attempts his rookie season. So we'll keep an eye on that. 100% from extra points, which is good. Punting wise, AJ Cole, very good punter for us. Return wise, I think Reynolds was I think Reynolds was slightly better, but Lobb took a lot more of the returns. Besh took 2, which was kind of crazy. And punt return wise, Lobb was our only one to do that. So all in all, a great season. We're going to go check out the yearly awards. Nobody for us in the MVP race. Looks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Joe Burrow is going to win that. Jordan Love is up here. CJ Stroud is up here too. He played fantastic against us. He absolutely torched us. Coach of the Year. We do end up on the Coach of the Year list, taking the Raiders from 6-10 to 9-8. So a big turnaround there for us. So we move to the AFC OPOY. Nobody for us, which is surprising. I'm surprised Genti's not up here. DPOY. Max Crosby is at the top of the list again for DPOY in the AFC. And nobody else for us here. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Greg Pearson looks like he's going to take second to Marlon Branson. And anybody else? Nobody else for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Percy Massey is in here. Looks like he's going to just kind of barely make the list, but good to see him there. The Jets with 2 players on here. Thad Duke has been the top for a majority of the season. Dennis Becht, though, coming up later on. The Chiefs have a couple guys in here as well. Dorian Cotton, guy that we played against in this episode, made an impact late in the game there. Best QB, Gregory Peterson scrapes on just over Lamar Jackson, but under Riley Leonard. Riley Leonard, we're going to have to see how he's doing because for him to be up here, he must have had a pretty good season. Best running back, Genti is coming second behind Joe Mixon. That's going to be a battle we're going to have to keep an eye on for a few seasons as these two battled it out in that Texans game, and they battled it out in the season in general. Wide receivers, Dontavian Wicks makes the list. That's fantastic for him. O-line, Aiden Wilds makes it as our long snapper. That's cool, I guess. D-line, Max Crosby is second best D-line. Enikbari fell off the list, unfortunately. Doug Hemingway doesn't get on the list. Best linebackers. Elena Roberts scrapes onto the list. Best DB. Porter scrapes onto the list as well. And kicker Cardi's on the list as well. So we got a few guys on the awards watch list. That's good. That's good. And we're really going to look to take another step forward next season as we finish above the Chargers. We finish in that 9 spot, just barely outside of the playoffs, which sucks, but it is what it is. So next episode, we are going to take on the off season, and we are going to probably get rid of our DC, bring in a new DC. We're going to, yeah, we're going to get through the offseason. We're going to make some changes. We're going to figure some things out, especially in our wide receiver room. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of our Raiders franchise here. And as always, I hope you all are having a great day. Take it easy. I'm out.